Hello and welcome back to the Devious End of Silvertail. I have some very, very unfortunate news. While recording this episode, I lost the audio completely. For some reason, I have no idea why. I looked, I checked, I still can't figure it out. My voice audio got completely cut out, so unfortunately there is none of it. Only the game's audio, which pisses me off no end, but I can't do anything about it. I considered going back and trying to redo it, but you can't. That's the whole point of being blind. You can't redo your first impressions. So unfortunately what you have this time is me. Me watching my own video back and giving commentary on what I thought at the time. I'm trying my best to remember what I felt at the time. I'm very sorry. I also, at this point in the video, was explaining that I'd looked back at my previous video during the editing and noticed that the good doctor had been giving me the answers to the quiz the whole time. Oh, maybe I'm using the phone. I don't want to do this. Laugh at my ass. Yeah, she was giving me the answers the whole time and I couldn't see it. Perception is interesting, isn't it? I was so focused on looking at the questions that I couldn't see what was in the corner of my vision. I also tried to call her because she was trying so desperately to call me, and no number, which I still don't fully understand. I also wanted to apologize for being unfair to her, because when I saw her with that screen, I thought she was being a stalker, and then I just realized she was watching my YouTube channel, although probably not this blinking episode, because this episode is going to be terrible. But, yeah, I mean, it was torn up pieces of colored construction paper. Oh, those Temmies, they're bizarre and crazy. Undertale gets in the way, not on purpose or anything. Sure. I swear this plane is more stalkerish than the good doctor. Yeah, seems mean to secretly like you. I'm always so torn when I'm looking at the enemies in this game, because they all have like interesting stuff and they've all got their own battle animations and all that, but I'm not very good at them. I'm not that good at the combat. My health is low, and the first time you go through one of these fights, you're basically, you've got no idea what to do. So you inevitably lose and you get sent back to the last save point, and at the end of the day they're not pertinent to the game, I guess? You get close to Undertale, but not too close. Human? Oh dear. I'm so dismal that I have to do this, because you tell Undertale has an impressive wingspan, which it does, to be fair. Hey, that wasn't too much of a sicko thing. I mean, look at this one. The bombs with the explosions going up and then movements. Oh sure, accidentally bumps me with the spring. Get close to Undertale, not too close. I'll give you a little spoiler. I never figured out how to get past this plane, which is unfortunate. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't remember what I was saying when I first encountered this plane, but apparently I was saying something. Now, to be fair, if you compliment a plane's rudder, that is a little. The sicko comment feels a bit more appropriate there. Fate rests upon you. Who is saying this? I remember I was asking that when I faced this during the time when it was actually blinking blind to me. I'm so depressed about that. I still have no idea, not a freaking clue what happened. All I did in the volume settings when I was tampering around to try and make it work, I just effectively ended up... I think I effectively just turned it off and on, if I'm being brutally honest. I assume it's Sunderplane, because like TS is like tsunami, with the T is silent. Close, but not too close. You don't want to get too close to a plane. It is a plane after all. And I feel like a lot of... How big is this thing anyway? It smells like an airport perfume counter. Well, what else would it smell like? What is that on its head? Is that like meant to be a pilot's hat or something? It looks like... I'm not sure what it looks like, if I'm being brutally honest. Yeah, so back to what I was saying about, you know, missing the Doctor's signs. I mean, not the flirting signs. Those are cute winglets. You know, not the flirting signs. Those were, you can see them from space. But for missing the signs of giving me the answers to the quiz, because I remember I thought that the questions seemed like they were impossible. But, you know, it was... I assumed that just meant they were just suddenly difficult, and then... Well, the fact that it only took half my health away each time, I figured it was just part of the game, honestly, that you were meant to get them wrong. But no, you can actually get them right if you pay attention to the Doctor. And she's super cute. Unfortunately, like, you know, it's hard for me to be as enthusiastic about her now as I was at the time, because I've just gotten done recording this video and I've had to sit through an entire video of her increasingly more what's the word? Desperate? Maybe desperate is the word. No, desperate isn't the word, just pestering, that's the word, pestering. Yeah, heard that before. Because like, slightly later, there's a whole bunch of puzzles. There's so many puzzles in this one. You can't get back your original reaction to going through a puzzle. It's not like I like you. Sure. Whatever you say, plain. I'm not really into machines anyway. Last machine I had a relationship with went pretty badly. Condescending barrel roll. I'd be more offended if it was an aileron roll. Thank you very much. Yeah. The only thing I could figure about the plane was to run away from it. No idea how to get past that one, you know? It's like, there must be a solution to each monster you face. Which is a thing. Frying pan. I remember I took it because it was, well, of course I picked it up. It's a nice looking thing, the burnt pan, because it increases the power of your healing items, if I recall. Yeah, I've never really cared about having a weapon in my hand because I don't use them, but it's got an extra bonus. It's like, why not, right? Just throwing away free healing. Why would you do that? You will see. I spent a bit of time trying to puzzle my way through puzzles, but yeah, because at first I didn't realize this thing shot back and forth, and then I thought I got the timing right, and then you can't get that back. You can't get back when you're chuckling at you making your own mistakes, you know. Yeah, I couldn't just not post the thing because you can't go back in this game. It saves over its files. And of course there was nothing over there. I went to all that effort to get over there, and there's nothing there. But you can't see off the edge of the screen, so how was I to know, right? Oh, Alphys. Oh God, I've had my claw over the last digit for 5 minutes. I'm calling you on that, Alphys. My God, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna call. If you've had your finger over the button for 5 minutes, how are you texting or updating your social thing? It doesn't work that way, right? Unless you're updating on your computer, because I guess maybe you've got it on your computer and your phone, and yeah, maybe. But still seems a little strange. Eee. Oh, she finally did it. And whoever was calling hung up before you answered. I mean, when that first happened, I was thinking to myself, come on, be someone else. Be Papyrus, or be someone leaving me a threatening message. Lead me to believe that it's her who's about to call, and then make it someone else. But no, it is her. She's actually plucked up the courage to try, and then creepily hung up. And, yeah, there we go. Hi, so, the blue lasers, I mean, Alva's here, hi. The blue lasers won't hurt you if you don't move. The orange ones, you have to be moving, and they won't, move through those ones. Bye. Okay. So, yeah, it works like everything else. Stay still for blue, move through those ones. I haven't shook like that since I'm dying cold to ask about the weather. So she's just got social issues. She can't deal with anyone. But I don't think I've misread her strange stalkerish tendencies. I mean, she didn't have a screen following Undying as well, so we do. Oh, wait, there's no weather down here. Why did she call me? That's a good point, and I'm disappointed in myself for not having noticed it, to be honest. I should have clicked. Laser dodging. It's like gameplay 102. Now see, I'm sure I dodged. I'm sure I stopped at the right moment for that, but apparently not. I assume if you stop in the orange lasers, you just start taking damage. Ooh, a switch. What do you know? It did exactly the thing anyone would have expected it to do. Shut off the lasers. Oh my god, I forgot to tell them where to go. You're a mess, Alphys, but we love you. Cute pic of me right now. Photo of a garbage can with several pink glittery filters over it. So, is she saying she's garbage, or is she hiding in the garbage can? I'm trying to understand the logic of the good doctor. Hello, Alphys. Alphys here. The northern door will stay locked until you solve the puzzles on the right and left. I think you should go to the right first. As you say, why not? I had to try, you never know. I just noticed one was pointing back the way I came from, and it could have been secrets. Could have been. I wonder if it would be unfun if I explained the puzzle. Well, yes, but also helpful, considering that a lot of these puzzles are potentially deadly. The way to work is blocked, so I had time to catch Metaton's show on my phone. The special effects were amazing today. That human almost looked real. Yeah, don't turn around, buddy. Yeah. Metaton's a big deal, huh? Metaton? Yeah, he's the most popular star in the underground. His fan club probably has at least 3 dozen members. You know, I think it would have been funnier if they just counted a dozen. His fan club is like 3 members? Wow. And how many people live in the underground anyway? The door leading through the area is closed, so I tried the puzzle. I kept running out of ammo and it kept restarting. My 2 co-workers won't help. It's like they don't even want to go to work. What is he, like a bouncing head? Shoot the opposing ship, move the boxes to complete your mission. Sure, that's how space fight works, right? Ah, those boxes. It took me a minute to sort of figure out how it worked, because it was like... It makes sense. The boxes seem to move whenever you press the buttons. Well, some of the boxes move, all the boxes move in whatever direction you press, unless there's something blocking them. I believe I commented at the time that seemed a remarkably easy puzzle. Oh! Alphys, here! That laser seems totally impassable. But as the royal scientist, I have some tricks up my sleeve. I'll hack into the Hotland laser database and take it out. Well, that was very helpful, actually. Thank you, Elvis. It sort of makes me wonder, who set up... Finally, someone turned off that laser. If free we can, well, I guess we'll just keep standing here. We were hanging out when suddenly a bunch of puzzles reactivated out of nowhere. This is a huge problem. It rules! God, I cancel school for this. Yeah, just don't want to go to school. Wait, who reactivated them is what I want to know. Was it Alphys? Because she doesn't seem like she'd want to impede our progress. But, she seems that... It's sort of interesting, you know, putting their defense in relatively easily solved puzzles. It reminds me of a game that I played relatively recently, where I think the logic behind this organization of geniuses was they'd, you know, put puzzles locking the doors, and if you were smart enough to figure out the puzzles, you must work here. It's like, that doesn't work. With this puzzle, I kept thinking I had to put things on the right, but then just all of a sudden, it clicked. Oh, that'll do. And there we went. Freedom. Freedom to go through a security checkpoint for poking buttons around a few times. It's not a very secure system, is all I'm saying. If someone can just wander in and figure it out to open the security doors, it's like, doesn't quite feel like they've got their security figured out. What can I say? He's like, anyone smart enough can get through the puzzle. You don't even need to be that smart. So, who are you really keeping out? Oh, whatever, I'll just explain it. Oh, Alphys. I think, hey, about the puzzles on the left and right. They're a bit difficult to explain, but, you already solved them. Alphys, you've got a screen watching me all the time. How do you not know this already? Awesome. Oh, Alphys. She's just ridiculously adorable. She's so, like, socially awkward. She's like a little lizard girl after my own heart. Dark. Unfortunately, I know what's coming because... Yeah, lost footage. Uh-oh. I'll hack into the light system and brighten it up. Ah, a cooking show. Oh no. Yeah, I already guessed who was behind this. Oh yes! I mean, it wasn't going to be Undying running it, was it? I mean, they'd have to redo the show every time she burned down the entire set. I'm Metaton, the only person on TV. Welcome, Beauty's Underground's premier cooking show. Cooking with a killer robot. Still gets me. Preheat your ovens, because we've got a very special recipe for you today. Baked human, sliced human over rice. Am I in the right ballpark? We're gonna be making a cake. That's remarkably normal. I love the assistant here will gather the ingredients. Yeah, you know, I've got a bit of a bad history. It's nothing against you, but I've got a bad history against, obviously insane robots and AI offering me cake. By the way, you're bouncing, but your hand is staying still. That's quite a talent. Everyone give him a big hand. We'll eat sugar, milk, and eggs. Sure, well, they're just right up there, right? What on earth would I have been saying at this point? I have no idea. I did this immediately after recording because I thought, I'll remember what I was saying. So, you know, but apparently I don't. That's the very reason I did this, was I could try and remember what on earth it was I was saying at the time, but apparently not. It must have been something important, considering how long I took. Go for it, sweetheart. We found the eggs. Cool, cool. We found the milk. Always important. And we found the sugar. Got a metaton. Perfect. Great job. Beautiful. We've got all the ingredients we need to bake the cake. Milk, sugar, eggs. Oh my, wait a magnificent moment. How could I forget? We're missing the most important ingredient. Flour? Oh. A human soul! That's a chainsaw. I don't think that's standard kitchen equipment. Can't move. Hello, I'm kind of in the middle of something here. Wait a second. Couldn't you make a substitution in the recipe? A substitution? You mean use a different non-human ingredient? Why? Ethics? What if someone's, vegan? Vegan? Well, I mean, that's a brilliant idea, Alphys. Actually, I happen to have an option right here. MTT brand always convenient human soul flavor substitute. The can of which is just over there on that counter. Oh, you mean the one right in the middle of the ominous protrusion into nowhere? Well, darling, why don't you go and get it? Sure, why not? What could possibly go wrong? It's almost as if you planned for this happening. Which is, you know... Oh. Of course something's going wrong. And away it goes. By the way, our show runs on a strict schedule. If you can't get the can in the next 1 minute, we'll just have to go back to the original plan. So, let's start climbing, beautiful. Right. Oh no, there's not enough time to climb up. Fortunately, I might have a plan. When I was upgrading your phone, I added a few features. You see that huge button that says Jetpack? Next to the one that says Give Dr. Alphys all of your personal information. Oh, what's this? There. You know, I can't stay mad at someone who gives me a jetpack. You should have just enough fuel to get to the top. Now get up there. I kind of like that. I mean, to be fair, this game is basically all bullet hell, but I like that it has just sort of gone fumbled literally into bullet hell. At this point, I hadn't realized I could actually go past the barrier there. I thought I was stuck on this side of it, hence why I was face planting my way through some of the obstacles. But then, yeah, it clicked. Yeah, it's like it has so many different things in it, you know? It's like this is it going into a more traditional bullet hell kind of situation. It's like, well, it's just fun, you know? The game was just made with so much good humor. You just can't stay mad at it. This is probably the most exciting cooking show I ever watched. My. Seems you've bested me. But only because you had the help of the brilliant Dr. Alphys. Oh, loath to think of what would have happened to you without her. Well, toodles. Oh yes, about the substitution. Have you ever seen a cooking show before? I already baked the cake ahead of time, so forget it. Yeah, didn't even have to go up there. I'm betting we haven't seen the last of him. Wow, we did it. We really did it. Great job out there, team. Well, anyway, let's keep heading forward. Just leave this here. Ooh. An ominous structure looms in the distance. Does it fill with determination? You know it does. See that building in the distance? That's the core. The source of all power for the underground. It converts geothermal energy into magical electricity by... anyway, that's where we're going to go. Sure. In the core is an elevator directly to Asgore's castle. And from there, you can go home. I am really interested to meet Asgore. Asgore Dreamer. I wonder what he looks like. I wonder what he's like. I mean, it's done a good job of getting me fascinated, to be fair. This threw me off. Select a location. Left floor and right floor. It's an elevator for left and right. I think I'd call that a tram. But, terminology. And it's a fast travel. Right back to where we were. It unsettles me how much it, is letting me go back. Because that makes me think there must be a reason to want to go back. But I can't think of a reason to go back. Which is a little concerning. Makes me think I'm missing something. Something big. And I know there was that blockage I never got past. That door. Hello, this is new. I'm Heat's Flamesman. Remember my name? I'll probably forget. But I'll try. I promise I'll try. Okay, so we've got a ghost bird very excited about a hot dog. And Sans, of course, because he got here somehow. I love hot dogs. Isn't it weird there's snow on that guy's roof? Huh. Guess he's just too lazy to clean it off. Yeah, that's the problem with snow in the middle of a lava place. To be fair, I wouldn't have even noticed it was snow. I just thought it was a white roof. But, yep. It's not using assets at all. Toasty bun. Hi, Sans. Hey, buddy, what's up? Want to buy a hot dog? It's only 30G. No. Yeah, you're going to save your money for college and spiders. Spiders. Is Mr. Dreamer a spider? I'm assuming not, but you never know. Oh, dinner with the girlfriend. She's got a girlfriend? There's a picture of a catgirl figurine next to a bowl of instant noodles. Right, because there was that whole thing about the... I don't know, something about her and the catgirl. See, this is another one of those situations where it's like, I want to be able to beat the fight because it just feels like I'm... Burn, baby, burn. It feels like I'm skipping the whole thing. If I don't, but at the same time... at the same time, I just don't know how. Well, it's not that I don't know how. This one's actually pretty obvious how. But in general, it's just... You fight them, you lose, you go back. It takes up so much time when it's not really pertinent to the main game. It's interesting. It's always interesting. But that's it. So I never know whether I should put in the time and effort to figure out how to beat them and beat them. Just for the sake of doing so. Don't know if it's worth the time. And yeah, I talked to these folk again just to, I don't know, make it that I'd officially spoken to them. Or whatever, because I never know if that's going to be important. But I do know this, reset me back to before I got my arse kicked. Pyrope. Which is like a coil of rope that's on fire? I'm not sure I understand. I never figured out this guy's flame barrier deal. Because if you hit the barrier part of it, you get hurt. If you hit the flame part of it, you seem to get hurt. Looking back at it in hindsight, I wonder if it's just like you have to rush through the flames and you won't get hurt if you go through them fast, like it's the lasers again. But I don't know, honestly. It's sweltering. But fortunately, I didn't need to deal with it. So, you know, moving on. Napstablook has sent you a friend request. Is that the big ghost we met right at the start? Because I tried to accept the request, but seems to have already rejected itself. I feel like I'm missing something with that joke, you know? I got a nice new apron. seems like all the items it's been giving me lately have some sort of healing element to them, as I believe I will figure out. I can never get the hang of the buttons, which is weird because there's only 3 of them, like Z, X, and C, but I guess it's because they don't have... Unless you're really familiar with these games, they don't have like a natural feel to them. You know, it's like most games I find lately that use the keyboard are WASD with a Q and E focus, maybe an F focus and tab. It's all like above C, X, and C. So if, you know, enter sort of forward, back, and other sort of thing that you get with C's, with those buttons, it doesn't quite necessarily click. Yeah, I found out that I have my own little portable box through the phone, so I can just stuff everything away. Oh, who could it be? Hi, it's Dr. Alphys. This puzzle is kinda timing-based. You see those switches over there? You don't have to press all 3 of them within 3 seconds. I'll try to help you with the rhythm. Click, click, and click. Okay, now press the 3rd one. Hey, looks like you only needed to press 2 of them. Did she hack it? I mean, I would have hit the 3rd one if she hadn't called me. I think she sort of figured that out. Wanted to just quickly usher me through as if it never happened. Oh, this puzzle. This last time I tried to help with a puzzle, laughing my ass off. Is that what it normally stands for? Oh, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, so I'll be MIA for a bit. I'm sure you can handle this puzzle yourself. Like, this is a puzzle where I wouldn't have minded her help, actually. This one took me an exorbitant amount of time to figure out. Just because it's like, it's that one on the far left you can see. Because every time you hit one of these buttons, which arrows are available changes. So I spent quite a bit of time trying to figure out a way of starting that worked for me. But then I feel like I sort of realized that first jump to the first button was actually a bit of a trap almost. It seems that no matter what you do with that button, it puts the thing on the left into a bad situation. Because if it's in the place that you want to hit that button X number of times, then it forces you to either jump to a place with or without a button before jumping back to it to hit the button. So you either hit it like 2 or 3 times, whichever one it has to be to make that thing on the right be in the wrong position for you. So I feel like it very much forces you to deal with the 4 blocks at the bottom and find the way of getting through them that puts that arrow into the right place. I forget how long it took me to figure that out, but I eventually did figure it out, because, well, you know, I get there eventually. But this is one of those situations where you can't get it back. You know, I spent a lot of time thinking out what I was going to do and chatting away about it as I was doing it, but for some reason my voice was just cut off completely. For some reason my machine it cancelled out my voice. It caught the game's audio, but refused to capture my voice. Which, yeah, I don't really know what to say about that other than it happened. It annoys me, but it happened. See, like at this point, I was sitting, talking through where I planned to go, trying to count out the buttons, count out the button presses to figure out when that thing would be there. In fact, this might even be the point where I first realized that I kept getting caught into the same bad situation where I landed on that button and the other button was then pointing away. Because I would have needed the one on the far left to be pointing to the right when I'm on this button, pointing to the left when I'm on this button here, because then it'd be 2 button presses and it would be where I... or not? I don't really know. This puzzle just completely confused me for some reason. Maybe it was just dumb luck that I found my way through it. But I found something that worked, and it worked. So you You need it to be pointing in the wrong direction when you jump onto it, because it'll then invert itself. And I couldn't find a way for that to be the case for the longest time. It's the strangest thing, because like my device, it's capturing the game's audio and it's capturing my audio. Unfortunately, it compiles them into the same audio file. I haven't found a way to make it not do that yet. I would love it if I could capture them separately, because then I could adjust the volumes later, ahead of time. Because obviously I can't like record the audio later, because then I'm in this awkward situation, which I'm in right now, where no matter what I do, no matter what I say, it just doesn't quite marry up with the footage. Just can't do it. I have to record my audio at the same time to have a reaction to what's going on, which, you know, is fine, but so what I end up doing is I end up adjusting the audio beforehand, testing it. In fact, I was about to record a completely new game, which is the only reason why I noticed that my audio wasn't working, if I'm being brutally honest. I feel really, really glad beyond all words that I didn't try and record several of these episodes back to back, like I would sometimes do if I felt I was pressed to do it like the next weekend or whatever. Because then I would have potentially recorded several Undertale episodes back to back, all of them with audio missing. So, I mean, I really dodged a bullet there, you know? I think I eventually realized that I can just jump back to that button to toggle it as many times as I need to make the two buttons on the right fit what I want. Because then I did this, and I did that, and I got there. And I was really glad to be done with it. Let me tell you. My god, people think Mew Mew 2 is better than Mew Mew 1? Yeah, I always thought Mew was cuter than Mew 2. Anyway. Mouse again. There's a piece of cheese inside this computerized laser safe. The lasers have melted the edges of the cheese. It's stuck to the table. Knowing the mouse might one day hack the computerized safe and get the cheese, it fills you with determination. This mouse just keeps getting weirder and weirder things. Bad opinions, though. I'm intrigued to know what that means. But I believe this is where I ended the episode. So, this was Silvertail. Be sure to come back if you'd like to see Rose Pepper Plan D. It's here that we